during the week or weekend, Atiku was crying. I wonder what he was crying about. I mean, it's very. When I saw it, I thought it was kind of a joke or something, you know. But I got to find Atiku said when asked for his reaction about APC appointing Professor Nantiwe Goshwe Yelwatda as the new APC national chairman, he said, "You see, Bola is a wicked man." He said, "Bola is a wicked man." He said, "He doesn't want me to be president." Must you be president? At all. I picked David Mark. Oh, that means he's the one that is putting together ATC.
Convention.
Yeah, convention. I picked David Mark from North Central. That's been as the interim chairman of our party, ADC. Bola went to the same North Central Plateau to pick APC chairman. Then, and he knew that once I emerge, that means he has already planned his emergence.
Yes.
He said, as president candidate of ADC, we will now have to zone our chairman to the south. His plan is to make sure I enter the Guinness Book of Records. His plan to make sure I enter the Guinness Book of Records as the most presidential election loser ever. I couldn't laugh, but it's not sounding childish in of a sort. Peter, you are laughing the most. Let me start from you.
No, firstly, when I saw this, I was trying to get the correlation between appointing Nanti from Plateau and make her losing the election. But it comes to show that they know themselves. Atiku knows Bola very well. And I think he can read from his experience with him what he's planning. And based on his experience with him, he felt that this is his plan will work against him. And this has even equally helped Nigerians to see the truth, which we've been saying here, that ADC is tethered towards one man, which he has done unconsciously, as told Nigerians, that he picked David Mark, that he totally running, which we all have said, which he is entitled to. But having said that, I don't know his fear. If he's that popular, what the opening does shouldn't bother you much. If you're that popular, if you think you are sellable, if you think you are marketable, if you think Nigerians are yearning for you, you shouldn't be paying attention to what Tinubu is doing. You should be galvanizing your own base, planning how to win election, how to take over from him. And most Nigerians feel that they are same old block that has brought us where we are. Not removing Tinubu is the issue. What is your plan for Nigeria? Is it the same thing you told us you're going to make your friends rich? Is it the same thing you did when we were vice president, when you were in control of BPP, that you sold virtually everything to you and your friends? So Nigeria wants a new idea. Nigeria wants a fresh person. That you going to Guinness Record book is avoidable. If now you're certain that you are most likely going to lose, so why take tickets? Why deny somebody else that can win this election? Why deny somebody else who can change and transform this country for us? That's what, to me, that is catch there.
All right, Philip, is quite laughable the way he spoke. He spoke like a desperate man. He spoke like a man that almost want to weep. He said, Bola doesn't want me to be president. Then he came down and he said, he wants me to enter into the Guinness Book of Records. I mean, must Atiku contest?
You know, when I see people like Atiku in the scene, one thing comes to my mind: the mass, the people. What are they waiting for? It shows clearly how these people have taken the Nigerian masses for granted. They sit in their comfort of their home. They dictate our lives for us. That I put David Mark from Benue to enable me emerge as the presidential candidate of the ADC, the so-called coalition. We'll set it out with that number, that this coalition is Atiku's coalition. Just like he did in PDP. He brought Yoshua Ayu as the chairman from Benue to ensure that he emerges as the presidential candidate of PDP, which have destroyed the party today. Because if he had allowed the party to go by their own arrangement of zoning, which gave the slot of the presidential candidate of 20 to the south, and behave like an elder statesman, we wouldn't have had the crisis we're having in PDP today, by extension in this country. The problem we're having today, if you look at it critically, Atiku is the cause. Because that problem in PDP primary snowballed to what we have today. There was no way Ahmed Bola Tinubu could have won if PDP was intact. Now, coming to his cries, he had not cried yet. He's going to cry more because he's not going to give up. He's blindfolded with power, with the urge to be a president. He has said it, and it's going to come to pass. The Guinness Book of Record will have it that Atiku is the greatest presidential election loser, because there's no way he's not going to contest. We have said it on this platform that, look, at best we have 3 horse race. We have also advised Malam El-Rufai and Peter Obi to start thinking if what we Nigerians are thinking the two of them represent is what they are, they should stay away from the ADC. This is a clear cut of what we are saying. This is a clear and open confession that I, Atiku, put David Mark for me to emerge. After my emergence, we will now remove him and they bring in a Satanan. So the Satanan, they will be the one that will be party chairman. When it is their turn to complete 8 years of presidency, you want to take it because you are Atiku. You can dictate for everybody. You know what, I've said it here with that number. If the coalition as it is today, on their own, set on Atiku, most Nigerians will prefer Bola Ahmed Tinubu to continue, so that his dream of becoming the highest loser of presidential election
will be achieved.
Because we will not help him not to achieve that dream.
All right. I really wonder. There are a lot of things that I'm pondering over. A lot of things. Number one, Atiku bringing out David Mark, knowing that he will use David Mark. If he's sincere and just, why does he not choose somebody from the south as the party chairman to go with? He brought his crony so that they can have a way of having him be the presidential candidate of the party, knowing that he's a master strategist in harvesting delegates.
In fact, this is part of the strategy. Making David Mark the National Technical Committee chairman is part of the strategy.
I know, but why is it obvious, Peter?
The truth is that the plan has been hatched long before now. Just that the eggs about to hatch and the chick is about to come out. They had this in the plan. They looked at who could we trust with this, who could midwife this and take us to our target. They looked in the south. They didn't find anybody they could entrust with this. And being a military man, military people most times they are not for their discipline, for their commitment to a cause.
Who is a military man?
The fact was a military man.
Okay.
So they are committed to a cause. So you have to arrive at that this man now will do my bidding. And they made everybody believe that we are coaliting. At the end of the day, we will choose. They've already chosen who they want. So the man wasn't, as you said, it was the strategy, it was the plan. And then every other person will come and they will do their primaries. And most times, delegate primary is money bagged. And you cannot want to rule this country and go through that process. Anybody that invests so much money there, what do you expect the person to do? And most of us we're here blaming Tinubu. Do you know how much they spend on the primaries? Do you know how much they spend on these delegates? We want to continue with this pattern. This pattern has failed us. This pattern is like investment. There should be a return on investment. They're investing. So we should look at people. They should come and have a consensus candidate, someone that can move this country forward, not someone that will throw in so much money that he will reap in thousands fold. So the man, as I said, is the target, is the policy, is the plan.
Philip, I'm looking at the people that are working with him on this stuff. People like David Mark, people like
Bolaji.
People like Bolaji, people like Amechi, and a host of them. why did they choose to work with a known person that doesn't have justice and equity in his books? Are they also that way?
You see, when you look at the Nigerian political class as it is today, majority of them, they are self-serving, which is not supposed to be. We have few of them who are selfless. If you permit me, I will mention some politicians who are selfless in this country, who are shown that they are not materialistics. For instance, Professor Jerry Garner is one of those few persons that are selfless, who want this to be done rightly. The host of other you mentioned, look at David Mark. He was a minister under the military regime. I think he was also a military governor.
Yes,
he has been in the Senate for 8 years as Senate president, other than being in the Senate.
He has been in the Senate for 16 years.
And now he has came up as a national chairman of a political party, being prepared for the next government. So what is their interest? It is only for themselves to remain in power and control the resources of the entire nation. So when you see this kind of people gather together, you begin to think. That's why we have said it here, that look, we have also seen people who are also selfless in the person of Peter Obi and Malam Nasir El-Rufai. Forget El-Rufai, other side. There's no man that is perfect. We're in Abuja today. The FCT we have today, it is what El-Rufai has put in place. Whether you like it or not, he might have other shortcomings. Because you see these three gentlemen I mentioned, if you see them, you see people who want the common man to live. And when we saw Peter Obi and El-Rufai with this coalition, we said struggle, and we said it here, that look, these two guys, do they know who they are coaliting with? These guys are never interested in a Nigerian that work for every one of us. Their only interest is in Nigerian that work for them and for them alone. So we were not surprised when the names of the interim officers came up, and we're glad that the like of El-Rufai and Peter Obi told them that look, we are not ready to sign in yet. Though we are coaliting with you, we are with you, but we cannot be part of this ADC. It appears they also saw what we are saying, and that is what David Mark has confessed, that he picked. What is his problem with Tinubu picking a man from Plateau to be national chairman? Because the truth remains that the APC national chairman is zoned to the North Central. The man that left before Ganduje is from the North Central.
Yeah.
So it is proper for them to go back to North Central to pick somebody to replace the man that just left, because he had not, finished his tenure. So why is this a problem to him? It shows to you that, it is a problem to them because they are thinking in their own reasoning that they will use it to campaign against the APC. But the APC are smarter. So that is where we are. So when you see people like Amaechi, what has he done all his life? He was a student union leader. He was a PA to Peter Odili. Odili brought him up. When Odili was becoming a governor, made him a member of House of Assembly and made him a speaker who will protect his interests. He was a speaker for them for 8 years because his master was the governor. And thereafter I became governor and all of that. So what interest does he know what the masses are passing through? He doesn't know. So all he believes is where is our Messi family? Are they in this country?
All right, we can't take more than this for now. But
today, Atiku is not a Fulani man. I'm talking to Yaya Jingil. I want to put sense into Yaya Jingil. Is Atiku not a Fulani man? As Fulani people not kill our people? So should we say that Fulani man should never contest president of this country? These are realities. Let's say the truth. He is talking to Peter Obi, that Peter Obi, his kinsman or whatever, his man from his tribe, has executed Sardona during the coup. So he should not be allowed to be president. As if forgotten that Fulani are still killing us every day. What's the difference? What's the difference? So if it is that way, a Fulani man will not rule this country. Because that's how we should go. Because they are killing us and they are still killing us. Why should we award them with the presidency, the highest office of this country? Are we stupid? If our people are not, if they don't regard our people as subservient, they will not talk like that. Because they look at us as if we are nobody in this country. That's why he has the guts to say those things he's saying. Because he feels entitled that he's born to rule. And that notion, that preponderant notion, and that kind of mentality, that it will never help us to a nationhood. We will never grow to a nationhood. If we want to grow in this country, we have to be fair to every tribe. We have to be fair to every religion. And that is how we should move forward. But enough of this hypocrisy.
Breaking news, guys. Gather around, let's dissect this one. Former Kaduna State Governor Malam Nasir El-Rufai has just been excommunicated from the Social Democratic Party, and it's not just for 1 or 2 years. They slammed him with 30-year ban. 30. That is even longer than most political parties survive in Nigeria. Wait a minute. Did he not just join this party? Anyways, according to the SDP, El-Rufai never registered properly at his ward. Yet, he declared himself member 001 on social media like it was some spiritual revelation. Then he reportedly forged membership documents, posed with suspended party leaders, and tried to sneak the party into a secret coalition with the ADC. If these things actually truly happen, why did they wait so long to speak out? Basically, they accused him of attempted political 419 in this Nigeria. The same man who once persecuted the SDP as governor now wants to rescue it. It's like burning someone's house and returning to install a chandelier, because tell me what it is. Anyway, the party has shut its door, locked it, and threw away the keys, not just for some time, but for 30 years. I'm talking about 3 decades. Even INEC was told to take note. This man no be member. Guys, this is a lot.
Political coalition are listening to the yearnings of Nigerians and what they actually want. But it will seem that some drivers of the coalition have their goal, which they are desperate to accomplish. And the arrowhead of these self-seeking people will seem to be Atiku Abubakar, who definitely has drawn to his side the likes of Kenneth Okonkwo and Dele Momodu. So, influential people like that, Nasir El-Rufai, Rauf Aregbesola, Rotimi Amechi, and the rest of them, giving Atiku hope to use the coalition to achieve his dream of becoming Nigeria's president by all means, like Muhammadu Buhari in 2011, when Muhammadu Buhari lost the election to Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan. He was weeping that he was not given the opportunity to develop Nigeria. As God will have it, Muhammadu Buhari eventually used the coalition to achieve his goal of becoming Nigeria's president. And then he showed Nigerians his true picture of somebody who had no intention to develop Nigeria than perpetrate the war against the Boko Haram Muslim community, empower the herdsmen terrorists, and perpetrate corruption. Because outside of those 3 things, war against Boko Haram, herdsmen terrorism, and corruption, what did Muhammadu Buhari achieve in 8 years after several times of taking a shot at the presidency and losing out? So, what has Atiku Abubakar to sell to Nigerians? That he was a vice president 1999 to 2007, 8 years, as the vice president to President Olusegun Obasanjo. And at the end of the day, both of them, Olusegun Obasanjo built his own university and national library. Atiku Abubakar built his own university. So, what other evidence will Nigerians be looking for that the presidency was corrupt? But one thing, despite corruption, Obasanjo maintained peace and relative progress. But as from Umaru Musa Yar'Adua till date, 2009, when Umaru Musa Yar'Adua started the war against Boko Haram, that has become Nigeria's major preoccupation. Umaru Musa Yar'Adua and Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan, as his vice president, turned Nigeria into a terrorist country. And that has been the case till date. And Atiku Abubakar said he was looking for power to fight the Boko Haram Muslim community. So, since 2009 to 2025, and somebody is still agonizing over his lack of chance to use the army to fight Boko Haram. So, what has Nigeria to gain from electing Atiku Abubakar in his age and bent on sabotaging North and South justice, not to talk of zonal justice? So the song that the supporters of Atiku Abubakar are singing now, that I heard in a video, is that anybody who clinches the presidential candidacy of the African Democratic Congress, the coalition's party, they will support that person. So is it that crowd will surpass the overwhelming majority of Nigerians now looking for justice to be the bedrock of Nigeria's peace and progress? So anybody who clinches the presidential flag bearer of the ADC will support him. Who are you? How many are you? Do you represent the overwhelming majority of Nigerians? Stop deceiving yourself. If you allow Atiku Abubakar to do to the ADC what he did to the PDP, good luck to you. But Peter Obi, I have warned you before in the video. I advise you to start putting together your own coalition and to consider the likes of Omoyele Sowore, because Dati Baba Ahmed, I don't agree with you that the presidential ticket of the Labour Party is still ready for Peter Obi. No. You may trust the Labour Party. Not every most Nigerians don't trust the Labour Party, led by Joe Ajaero and Festus Osifo, who, after whining and dining with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, accepted 70,000 as minimum wage instead of 250,000 naira minimum wage. Not even 100,000 naira minimum wage, 70,000. And under what spurious excuse that Tinubu said if we ask for more than 70,000, he will increase fuel price. Fuel price that he has increased severally. Why didn't you tell him, no, okay, we will accept 70,000 if you reverse all the increments that you have made on fuel price? Aha. So, Dati Baba Ahmed, you are so sure of the Labour Party. I am not sure of it. And any right-thinking Nigeria will not be sure of the Labour Party. I would rather the political party of Omoyele Sowore or any other. Or, in fact, it is better for Peter Obi to return to PDP than any other party. That's the truth of the matter. So, Peter Obi, I'm advising you to think and think fast. The Yoruba people say, if you cannot go forward, you go backward. So, I'm advising you. And I've told you before, I said, well, if the coalition agrees to field you, because you are the one very many Nigerians are looking forward to represent North, South, and zonal justice. You are the only person in that position. We have not got any other person from the Southeast competing with you. So what else can anybody say? So despite my reservations about you, I conclude that you are not worse than, and I don't see how you can be worse than Muhammadu Buhari. Let me even say Umaru Musa Yar'Adua, who started the war, who imposed the war against Boko Haram on Nigeria, ravaging human lives and the economic resources of Nigeria since 2009 till date. Former President Goodluck Ebele Asikwe Jonathan, who perpetrated the war, which is 4 years, squandered it. The only preoccupation, the only goal was how Jonathan would defeat the Boko Haram Muslim community. And of course, he squandered human lives and economic resources. You are there now. So I'm not to tell you if you are sincere and you really know what was going on. So, and then Muhammadu Buhari came, added S-men terrorism. Tinubu came, all subsidies are gone. Paying workers' pittance and saying he's transferring funds to indigent households. I don't know whether it is on the basis of that he is still sinking Nigeria in debt. He's going for more than $21 billion. That is what the Senate has just approved for him. Another loan to add to the trillions on ground, despite all subsidies gone. And so where is Nigeria's petroleum revenue going. So, but what I'm saying, Peter Obi, don't waste your time with this coalition. If as I'm talking, you are not yet sure of your fate in that coalition, pull out. Because the song I am hearing now is that anybody who clinches the presidential ticket of the ADC, they will vote for such a person. That is not what Nigeria expect. Nigerians expect, except those who are bribed by a powerful, desperate person looking to become Nigeria's president, as desperate as Muhammadu Buhari and Bola Ahmed Tinubu. God forbid. Nigerians, open your eyes. So Peter Obi, follow the sayings of Yoruba elders. If you cannot go forward, you go backward. So go back to the PDP that says the presidential ticket is ready for you. Don't go to Labour Party. Don't go to Labour Party. Because those in PDP, we know them. And we can tell them what they did in the past, that they should not repeat it. But these Labour Party people, we have even come to know, of course, Joe Ajaero and Festus Osifo. And their cohorts. Who will never tell you where they are going. It is within their mind. So, Dati Baba Ahmed, as much as I admire you, I don't agree with you that the Labour Party's presidential ticket is ready for Peter Obi. No. If the ADC is sure not to feed him and to create crisis for him, those who want to create confusion and benefit from it are saying anybody from north or south can contest for the ticket of the ADC. Rubbish and nonsense. If they have not changed that song till now, the earlier you return to PDP that says the presidential ticket is ready for you, the better. That is the truth of the matter. Those who have decamped into the ADC, if they mean well for Nigeria, they will go back to the PDP. If they don't, other people will support you. Those who want justice for peace and progress of Nigeria, we go with you. I assure you. But if you stay with this desperate man who will not mind doing to the ADC what he did to the PDP, the earlier you accept the invitation of the PDP, the better. My warning and wish for Nigeria.